And we're all set to go for Game 4 in a 6-game series here at First Horizon Park. The Sounds and the Norfolk Tides. Jeff Hem with you at the ballpark. Great to have you along for the ride tonight. The starting lineups are brought to you by Farm Bureau Health Plans. Just like a well-rounded team, health, dental, vision. That's the core lineup of Farm Bureau Health Plans. Discover how they can pitch in to strengthen your health coverage game. Swing by FBHP.com today. Farm Bureau Health Plans. Plan on us. The Tides are 15-15, managed by Buck Britton and AAA for the Baltimore Orioles. Jackson Holliday leads off at second base. Connor Norby in left. Kobe Mayo batting third and playing third. Kyle Stowers in right. Hitting fifth in center field, Daniel Johnson. Maverick Handley is catching. Michael Perez, the designated hitter. Batting eighth at short, Errol Robinson. And Shane Fontana bats ninth at first base, behind right-hander Chayse McDermott. The Sounds are 13-17 under Rick Sweet and AAA for the Milwaukee Brewers. Chad Patrick is on the mound tonight as Holliday digs in to get the game going. It's righty on lefty. Patrick starts his windup, lifts the left leg and fires, and the first pitch is in for a strike, and we are underway right on time at 6:35 Central Time. Partly cloudy skies overhead. Beautiful night for a game. Comfortable. Temperature 76 as Holliday takes upstairs for a ball. Sounds have Yanni Hernandez leading off at shortstop. Francisco Mejia at catcher. Andrew Monasterio was in the Sounds original lineup for tonight. Here's the 1-1, and it is taken up and in. It seems as though he might be on standby as the Brewers determine, with Joey Wiemer coming out of their game today in Chicago, the severity of the situation with Wiemer. So the Sounds did have to make an adjustment from what they originally put out as the lineup. Here's a strike on Holliday. Isaac Collins batting third and left. Brewer Hicklin in right. Owen Miller batting fifth at first base. Noah Campbell the DH. Chavez Young in center hitting seventh. 2-2. Holliday swings and foul tips at strike three. He went down to a knee with a big cut, and Patrick strikes him out to start the game. Vinny Capra batting eighth at second base, and Patrick Dorian is batting ninth and playing at third. It is a ball strike challenge system game, so the home plate umpire and crew chief Austin Jones is calling balls and strikes. Both teams get 3 challenges, and if you win one, you keep it. The pitch outside on Connor Norby. Tom Fornarola, the umpire, down at third, and Dane Ponsack is over at first. Arbiters in the gray pants, short-sleeved black shirts, black shoes, black hats, as there's a foul by Norby into the Sounds dugout. A lot of Tides have had a big offensive series. Norby part of that. He's homered. He's knocked in 5 so far. 1-1 by Patrick. Swing and a miss. He climbed the ladder there with a heater at 93. Fifth start for Chad Patrick with the Sounds. 1-0 with a 4.91 ERA. Made his debut at the end of the first homestand. He's coming off a win last Friday in Louisville. Sounds won the game 11-8. The 1-2 popped up foul right side out of play by Norby. And Chad pitched a lot better than the final line indicates. We caught up with him the next day on the pregame show. He ended up allowing 5 runs because there was a 4-run 6th inning. Here's the next pitch. Outside for a ball. He had a 1-2-3 first inning. He gave up just 2 runs through 5. And then with 1 out in the 6th, he left. There were some inherited runs that came in later. And by the end of it, he gave up 5 runs in 5 1/3. Norby hits a bouncer to Dorian at third base. Patrick's got it, sets, throws, and gets him. 2 down. And Kobe Mayo now comes up. So Patrick 1-0 with a 4.91 ERA. 25-year-old Indiana native, and he had some family and friends in the stands in Louisville last Friday. They made the few-hour drive. Chad is from Crown Point, Indiana, outside of Chicago. He resides in DeMott, Indiana, and he was one of several Sounds in that Louisville series who had some family and friends come to see them play in person. Kobe Mayo takes a cutter outside for ball 1. Mayo has been everywhere in this series. He's homered in every game, and he's homered in 4 straight overall. He takes inside and low. He's got 9 RBIs in the series. Top 100 prospect in the game, Kobe Mayo, leads the league in homers now with 11, passing up a couple of his teammates. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Kyle Stowers on deck, has 10 home runs. Mayo moved ahead of him with 11 last night. He's got 31 RBIs to lead the circuit. 2-1. Patrick deals. And he missed upstairs and inside with a cutter. It's a calm night. The flag's just dangling out in left center. Temperature in the mid-70s. Lights are on. Here's the pitch. And Mayo swings and misses. There was the cutter again from Patrick. Chad throws his four-seam fastball 33% of the time. Then that cutter at 31%. He's got a sinker, changeup, and slider to go with it. He struggled a bit with the changeup in Louisville last week. He was frustrated by the results of that particular pitch. 3-2 on Mayo. Patrick comes back, and Mayo swings and misses. Strike three. Got it by him at 94 miles an hour. Good start to the night for Chad Patrick. The bats go 3 up, 3 down. Yanni Hernandez will lead off for the Sounds. Bottom of the first inning. Chad Patrick with a 1-2-3 opening frame, and now Chayse McDermott is on the hill for the Norfolk Tides. He'll get Hernandez, Mejia, and Collins here in the opening inning. McDermott, 25 years old, starts the windup and delivers, and Hernandez takes high for ball one. 7th outing, 6th start for Chayse McDermott, 0-1 with a 3.80 ERA. Now his 1-0 pitch, and Hernandez swings and fouls it back. Yanni in the leadoff spot, as we talked about with him on the pregame show tonight. He's 5 for 10 with a couple of walks in the series. Vinny Capra batting 8th. He had been the leadoff man the last few games with Tyler Black in the big leagues. There's a strike on Hernandez. Second time this year Hernandez has been in that top spot. He's got a very good walk to strikeout rate. Here's a swing and a foul back, and he's got the second best strikeout percentage, meaning it's low, on the team. He's only struck out 17 times this year in 109 plate appearances. So he's in the top spot tonight. Switch hitter batting left. Here's the 1-2. And it's swung on and fouled away by Hernandez. Sounds playing tonight as the Nashville Brewskis in homage to their parent club in Milwaukee, and they're wearing the powder blues. Brewskis on the front in navy blue, trimmed in yellow. Blue and yellow caps on, a la Milwaukee. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Hernandez gone on a changeup, and McDermott strikes out his first batter, just like Patrick did in the top half. And here's Francisco Mejia. So the powder blue jerseys for the Sounds, the home white pants. Mejia standing in, wearing the pants up high with the navy blue and red ringed socks on. And the Tides are in their road grays. Here's the pitch. Mejia swings and fouls it back. They've got Norfolk on the front in orange and green with gray pants, black caps, and black shoes for McDermott on the mound. 6'3", 200 pounds. It's a matchup of Indiana natives tonight. Chayse McDermott from Anderson, Indiana. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Mejia held up on a curveball inside. McDermott went to college in Muncie, Indiana at Ball State University and was originally an Astros draft choice in 2021 in the 4th round. His 1-1 pitch. Mejia swings and dribbles it foul up the right side. The Orioles got McDermott in a trade at the trade deadline of 2022 when they dealt Trey Mancini to the Astros. They got McDermott in return. That was part of a 3-team deal, same deal that sent Jose Siri from Houston to Tampa Bay. And the Orioles got another prospect who's rated in their top 10, Seth Johnson. He's down at Double-A Bowie. And McDermott came over in that 3-team deal as well. Chayse McDermott, C-H-A-Y-C-E is the spelling. And he deals and is swinging a miss, strike 3. Mejia gone on a fastball up at 95. 2 down, and here's Collins. McDermott throws a lot of four-seam fastballs. We mentioned that Chad Patrick's usage percentage leads with the four-seamer, but not nearly by the percentage that McDermott has. He throws it about 56% of the time. Collins takes a four-seamer down low for ball one. And batters are hitting just 186 against that four-seam fastball of Chayse McDermott. No score first inning, 2 down. The pitch, Collins swings and misses. That was an elevated four-seamer. Now there's a cutter in the mix too, as well as a slider, curveball, and changeup. Most of the time when hitters are doing damage this year against McDermott, it's on the slider or the curveball. The 1-1 is stroked foul off the netting left side. So the breaking stuff is where guys have done most of the damage against this young righty. The harder stuff, the four-seamer and the cutter, have limited batting averages to around 200 for the opponents. McDermott now looking in, steps back with the left foot, pauses, now kicks and fires, and he got Collins looking for strike 3. A fastball at 96 miles an hour. And Chayse McDermott strikes out the side in order in the first. So both teams go 1-2-3. We go to the second. Sounds nothing, Tides nothing. Chad Patrick all set to face Kyle Stowers here in the second inning with no score. Stowers checks and takes a changeup strike, and it's 0-1. Patrick, a 17-pitch first inning that included 2 strikeouts. Stowers, left-handed batter. He's got 2 homers in the set. The 0-1. And he takes up and away. Check swing. He didn't go on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10 homers, 26 knocked in for Kyle Stowers. Next pitch. Swung on and pulled foul up the right side. Daniel Johnson on deck, and then Maverick Handley. Both teams went 1-2-3 in that opening inning after a very busy first inning last night that had 14 runs scored. The 1-2, swing and a miss. He got him. Patrick goes up and away to fan Stowers. Four-seam fastball at 93 miles an hour, 1 away. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Nashville Sounds Baseball Club and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Nashville Sounds Baseball Club. Daniel Johnson pops one up. Right side of the infield. Capra under it. Miller nearby. Miller will make the catch. 2 down. Johnson gone on 1 pitch. Patrick went cutter there on the first offering. And it'll bring up Maverick Handley. The Tides are 15-15. They have been up and down this year. They started the season 7-1. Then they lost 10 games in a row. And now they've won 8 of their last 12, including their last 6. And all of that gets them to 15-15. First pitch by Patrick is ball 1 to Maverick Handley. Right-handed batting catcher, 3 for 9 in the series. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fouled straight back. Sounds trying to snap a 3-game skid, and they've dropped 7 of their last 9. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, and that's low and outside on a slider. Patrick looks in, the black glove in front of the chest. Sounds in the powder blue Brewskis jerseys. Here's the 2-1. Outside, he missed with a cutter. And it's 3-1 on Maverick Handley. Sounds have given out a lot of bases in this series. They have really had a problem with walks. Last night, they walked 10. Next pitch, inside, and there is ball 4 to Handley. And that's the first base runner of the night for the Tides. Sounds walk totals in this series by the pitching staff have gone 8, 6, 10. They've walked a total of 24 batters in the series. That automatic ball strike system zone is tight. You've got a good offense that you're facing. And the walks have really piled up in the series. Here's Michael Perez, left-handed batting DH, and he takes strike 1. We saw Perez on Thursday night. He was 1 for 4 with a walk. He's hitting .213 on the year. Short lead by Handley. Now gets a little bit more. Miller holding him. Runner not going, and the pitch is cut on and missed. Elevated fastball there by Patrick. The Brewers got Chad Patrick in November in exchange for former Sound Abraham Toro in a deal with Oakland. Chad originally drafted by the Diamondbacks. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. Perez gone. That was a fastball on the outer half. Patrick picks up his 4th K, and he works around the walk to Hanley. Brewer Hicklin set to lead off for the Sounds. The bottom of the 2nd inning, no score in the game. Owen Miller and Noah Campbell will follow against Chayse McDermott, who struck out all 3 batters he saw in that 1st inning. Needed only 14 pitches to do it. You got Hernandez and Mejia swinging and Collins looking. Here's McDermott's pitch to Hicklin, and Brewer hits it foul out of play right side. Chayse McDermott has a higher walk total than his innings total this year. You wouldn't know it by the way he worked in that 1st inning, though. Now the 0-1. Hicklin yanks one to third, foul down the line. And in the last outing that McDermott had before tonight, which was last Saturday at home against Gwinnett, he didn't make it out of the 1st inning. He walked a few guys, only gave up 1 hit, but threw 26 pitches and came out. So he's looking for a bounce back tonight, and he's walked a lot of guys this year. The 0-2, Hicklin takes, and that slider missed on the outside half. Righties have done a lot of damage against McDermott relative to lefties. He's only allowed 1 home run, though, this year. Hicklin takes a changeup downstairs. But he's walked multiple batters in every outing he's had this year, including 3 different 5-walk outings. 2-2 pitch. Hicklin takes, and that's up high, and it's 3-2. Last night the Sounds saw Justin Armbruster, who's got a high walk total, and they did a lot of damage on him and knocked him out before the 1st inning was over. Another Orioles prospect working here against the Sounds. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. Cade Povich was their starter on Wednesday. He's the number 9 rated Orioles prospect, and the only higher rated pitching prospect the Orioles have, according to MLB Pipeline, is this man, Chayse McDermott. He's the number 8 prospect overall and their highest rated pitcher. Hicklin takes, strike 3 called. McDermott got him with 96 miles an hour of heat and 4 strikeouts to start the game for Chayse McDermott. And Hicklin knew it right away. Here's Owen Miller. First game back from the big leagues last night for Miller, and he was 2 for 3 with a walk and a 2-run triple. Here's the pitch. Owen takes a strike. He's hit safely in his last 10 Sounds games and reached in all 14 Sounds games he's played in this year. Right-handed batter waits the 0-1 pitch, and Miller swings and misses on a slider. Noah Campbell waits on deck. No score, 2nd inning. Now timeout called by Miller. Chayse McDermott from the windup. He kicks and offers, and Miller swings and misses, strike 3. Slider got him, and that's 5 punch-outs in a row for McDermott. Sounds have yet to put the ball in play. And here's Campbell. That top 10 prospects list for the Orioles has a lot of Tides on it. You got Jackson Holliday, Kobe Mayo, Chayse McDermott, Connor Norby, and Cade Povich all in the top 10 as Campbell takes low. Heston Kjerstad was with the Tides to begin the year. He's with the Orioles now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Campbell, switch hitter batting left, takes a strike. You know, the other or another guy in that top 10 for the Orioles prospect list is Vandy alum Enrique Bradfield Jr. He's down at High A Aberdeen in the O's system. The 1-1. Campbell takes a curve outside. And McDermott, the reigning minor league pitcher of the year in the Orioles system. He won the Jim Palmer Award last season. Here's a 2-1. Campbell swings and fouls it back. 26 outings between Double-A Bowie and Norfolk. And McDermott had a 3.10 ERA and a 167 opponent's average last year. Sounds faced him in July in Virginia. The 2-2 swung on, hit on the ground towards short, charging Robinson. He's got it and throws on the run to get Campbell and end the inning. So the Sounds make some contact for the first time tonight. They still go 1-2-3. And we're at the end of 2 at First Horizon Park. Sounds nothing, Norfolk nothing. Chad Patrick and Chayse McDermott locked in a duel so far. No score through 2. Only one base runner in the game thus far. It was the Chad Patrick walk to Maverick Handley last inning. And now Errol Robinson leads off for the Tides. Then Shane Fontana and back to the top with Jackson Holliday. 0-0 game. Game 4 in the series. The pitch, strike called on Robinson. Fastball at 91 from Patrick. Righty on righty. Robinson had the night off last night. Next pitch, breaking ball fouled away, and it's promptly 0-2. Both teams had some moves today. The Sounds losing Corbin Martin to a call-up. The Brewers already played today. They got a win at the Cubs to take a 2-game lead atop the NL Central. 3-1 victory for the Brewers in Chicago today with a 3-run 8th-inning rally. Here's a swing and a flare right side of the infield. Miller backs up. Owen makes the catch. 1 down. Before Shane Fontana bats, 10 seconds for station identification on the Sounds Radio Network.
First baseman, number 19, Shane Fontana.
Jeff M. with you at First Horizon Park. No score, top 3. Patrick to Fontana, righty on lefty, and the pitch popped up. Shallow on the left side. Hernandez out, Collins in. Collins, the left fielder, makes the catch. 2 down. And Jackson Holliday now comes up. Yeah, the Brewers won at Wrigley Field. They got a good starting pitching performance from Joe Ross. He got a no decision. The win went to former Sound Elvis Peguero, and Trevor McGill got the save. Part of the transactions today, with Martin going up as a fresh arm to help that Brewers bullpen, Abner Uribe was optioned. And that move technically reverts back to after the Brewers game on Wednesday. There's a strike on Holliday. So Abner Uribe is down here. And he's also waiting on the appeal process to go through on his suspension at the big league level from that altercation the other day with the Tampa Bay Rays. Holliday takes low and outside. Initially a 6-game suspension. And so whenever Uribe goes back up, whatever the suspension is, we'll be waiting for him. Holliday swings and misses. But Abner Uribe for now is down here. The Brewers want him to work on his command a little bit. So he's in the bullpen. Martin is up. And the Sounds have one open spot on their roster. 1-2. Chad Patrick on Jackson Holliday. Here's the pitch. And it's just outside for a ball. Call-ups and transactions brought to you by the Tennessee Lottery. The Tennessee Education Lottery is proud to support your Nashville Sounds and proud to have raised more than $7 billion to support education programs for students across the state of Tennessee. Change up just outside. Patrick nearly got Holliday looking there. It's 3-2 on the number 1 prospect in the game, Jackson Holliday. Dorian off the line at third, outfield straight up, payoff pitch, swing and a miss, he got him. Went to the cutter and struck him out. And Patrick's got 5 punch-outs already. Another 1, 2, 3. And after 2.5, still Sounds nothing, Tides nothing. Fans, this season you can watch the Sounds all season long for free on the Bally Live app. Not to be confused with the Bally Sports app. It is a different app, the Bally Live app. You can also watch Sounds games live and on demand with a subscription to MLB TV or MLB At Bat. Chavez Young leads off the third. No score, Sounds and Norfolk, and Young takes inside from Chayse McDermott. Chavez, a home run last night down the right field line. Switch hitter, batting left. Here's the pitch to him, and that's in for a strike. Vinny Capra and Patrick Dorian will follow here in the third. Sounds yet to have a base runner against McDermott, who's got 5 strikeouts out of his first 6 hitters. The 1-1. Swung on and tapped foul by Chayse Young. Young with 2 home runs on the year. He is known for outfield defense and his speed. And the catcher Handley here got nicked by that foul ball and is getting looked at by the athletic trainer. But that home run by Chayse Young, his 38th career home run in just shy of 600 career games. His career high in 1 year is 8. He did that when he was coming up with the Blue Jays at Lansing back in 2018. He was batting left-handed last night when he hit that home run down the right field line. His other home run this year came against Omaha on the last homestand when he hit a barreled shot to straightaway center as a right-handed hitter and crushed it off the batter's eye. So he's homered from each side now this year. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And Young takes upstairs. 2-2. Nine RBIs for Young on the year, batting .222. Next pitch on the way. And it's taken upstairs. Change up there by McDermott. McDermott's third AAA start last year was against the Sounds in late July. He beat them, the 3-2. And that is strike 3 called. Young thinks it was low. He's going to challenge it. And we've got our first challenge of the night. Austin Jones, well, he's mic'd up, although we didn't hear it, but he's letting everybody know it's been challenged. It was called strike 3, and it was strike 3. Young and the Sounds lose their first challenge of the night. So they've got 2 remaining, and that's strikeout number 6 for McDermott. And here's Vinny Capra. Capra, 3 for 11, couple of walks, and a sac fly in the series. Here's the pitch, and he takes high, ball 1. With Tyler Black up with the Brewers, Capra was the leadoff man the last few days. Like we said, Yanni Hernandez doing that role tonight. So Capra in the 8th spot. He takes on a cutter, and it's a strike. Capra was on base 4 times on Wednesday. Here's the 1-1, and it's swung on and fouled away. And I mentioned the Brewers beat the Cubs today. Tyler Black started that game at first base. He went 0 for 3 with a walk. Joey Wiemer then took over in that spot in the order, and Wiemer suffered a leg injury in that game and had to come out. And Gary Sanchez, who the Brewers were trying to rest, had to go in that game late. The 1-2 hit out to center. Johnson coming on, and Daniel Johnson gets there to make the catch for the second out. So the Brewers were already playing a little bit of a waiting game on Gary Sanchez, trying to keep him from having to go on the injured list, and Eric Haas is up there on the taxi squad. Sanchez was active today. Pat Murphy said before the game he was good to go, though not at a 100%. And he had to play the last little bit of the game at first base. Here's the pitch. Dorian takes a strike. So Sanchez was already day-to-day, and now the Brewers have to figure out the severity of an apparent knee injury to Joey Wiemer. Here's the 0-1. Dorian takes low. And like we said, the original Sounds lineup that got posted for tonight's game had Andrew Monasterio in it. It no longer does. And it's possible it's a wait-and-see situation there like it was with Haas here the other night. A line drive by Dorian out to left. Norby comes in and makes the catch. And Patrick Dorian hit it hard, but right at Norby to end the inning. 9 up, 9 down. The start so far for Chayse McDermott. We go to inning number 4. Sounds nothing, Norfolk nothing. Chad Patrick at 40 pitches through 3. No score in the game. Starts the 4th inning against Connor Norby and fires a sinker downstairs. Mayo on deck, and then Stowers. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, hit in the air down the left field line. Collins giving chase, but it's out of play. Carlos Rodriguez will start tomorrow night for the Sounds at 6:35. And then Robert Gasser will go Sunday afternoon at 2:05 in the finale. Here's the 1-1, swung on and fouled away. Norby grounded out to third his first time up. 0-0 through 3. No hits in the game. The 1-2 swung on, popped up, foul, and back out of play. Norby waiting from that right side. Patrick the windup, the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not on a cutter off the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield straight away. Hardly any breeze tonight. Next offering. Swing and a miss. He got him. 94 miles an hour up high from Patrick, and that is his 6th strikeout. Both pitchers have 6 Ks already in the game. And Kobe Mayo now coming up. Mayo struck out his first time. League leader in homers and RBIs. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's swung on and cued foul. Mayo just passed his previous teammate, Heston Kjerstad, who played in 21 games with Norfolk this year before getting called up to Baltimore and had 10 homers and 30 knocked in 21 games. The 0-1 pitch, Mayo checks the pitch low. Did he go? He did on that one. A sinker, and it's 0-2. In fact, Kjerstad today was named International League Offensive Player of the Month for April. Even though he only played in 21 games and he's been in the big leagues now for a couple of weeks, he was the player of the month in the league for April. And Cade Povich was the pitcher of the month. The 0-2 hit on the ground out to short. Hernandez gloves, grabs, throws, high throw. Miller had to leave the bag and the runner is safe. And Yanni Hernandez just committed his first error of the year. A high throw to first. Miller had to leave the bag momentarily to take the throw, and by the time he got back on the base, Mayo had passed by. So 1 out, 1 on. Here's Kyle Stowers. Just the slightest little jump that Miller had to make to go up and get that high throw. Stowers struck out earlier. The pitch by Patrick swung on and fouled away. These Tides have power, and they do not get cheated on their cuts. They've already hit 59 home runs this year. The Sounds have 22 by comparison. Here's the 0-1. Stowers takes a cutter down low. A lot of Orioles were acknowledged today. Gunnar Henderson was the American League Player of the Month. Colton Cowser was the AL Rookie of the Month. And then down here you had Kjerstad and Povich getting recognized for a big April. Here's a toss to first, and Mayo's back. One out, 1 on, no score in the 4th. Stowers waits, and the 1-1 by Chad Patrick. Outside, cutter missed. Fireworks after the game tonight. Good crowd on hand. Perfect night. Temperature in the mid-70s with just a little bit of breeze. 2-1 now to Stowers. Swung on and cracked down the right field line. A base hit into the corner. It hits off the wall. Hicklin plays it back in. Mayo goes to third on a double by Stowers. And that is the first hit in the game for either side. A double down to the right field corner. That was a changeup, and Stowers pulled it fair down that line. So here's Daniel Johnson. Second and third, 1 out. Johnson popped up his first time. Sounds are going to pull the infield in a little bit here. Hernandez, the shortstop, toward the middle with Johnson being a left-handed batter. Patrick ready. And the pitch by Chad. Johnson takes high, ball 1. Well, you got him on an infield pop-up the first time. Patrick would love that right here. Now the 1-0. Here it comes. And Johnson takes high again. He's not budging on those elevated pitches, and it's 2-0. Hernandez, the shortstop, is on the grass, kind of right in front of second base, as much right up the middle as you're allowed to be. Here's the 2-0, and that's swung on, popped up, left field, deep enough, most likely. Collins gets behind it. There's the catch. Mayo on the tag. The throw will go to third, and the Tides take a 1-0 lead. And Mayo scores the run, and he's the guy who got on via the error by Hernandez. So an unearned run for the Tides. The sac fly to left by Daniel Johnson. He gets his 12th RBI. And with 2 down, Maverick Handley bats. Stowers remains at second base. Handley walked his first time up. The pitch by Patrick on the way, and it's a check swing. He went around. Looked like a strike called anyway, but Handley committed on that slider. 0-1 either way. Infield backed up now. Miller off the line at first. And the 0-1 to Maverick Handley. Swing and a miss. Cutter away, and the right-handed batter just kind of waved at it. And Patrick's ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Chad's career high for strikeouts in a game is 9. He's already got 6. And he's ahead 0-2 on Handley here in the 4th inning. The pitch swung on, popped up. On the infield near second base. Hernandez or Capra. It'll be Capra, the second baseman, to make the two-handed grab to end the inning. All the out-of-town scoreboard updates are brought to you by Dunkin'. Sounds fans, warmer weather is finally here, and that can only mean it's time for Dunkin' Iced. Cool off with Dunkin' refreshers, iced coffees, cold brews, and lattes. Dunkin' is here to keep you running all summer long, so grab your Dunkin' Iced today. The Nashville Sounds run on Dunkin'. We told you the Brewers got a win in Chicago today against the Cubs to take a 2-game lead atop the NL Central. Yanni Hernandez leads off the last of the 4th. Sounds have not had a base runner yet, and Hernandez takes up high for ball 1 from Chayse McDermott. Mayo in at third. The pitch, and that's a strike on a cutter. It's 1-1 on Hernandez. Mejia and Collins to follow. Here's the kick and the pitch. And Hernandez takes another strike. That was a changeup. An unearned run, the difference early. Sac fly by Daniel Johnson in that top of the 4th, scoring Kobe Mayo, who had reached on an error. Hernandez struck out swinging back in the 1st inning. McDermott to the windup and the 1-2. And Yanni golfs it foul out of play left side. The Sounds will be in Durham next week to take on the Bulls and start a 2-week road trip that then goes to Jacksonville. Jacksonville already played and lost today to the top team in the league, Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 1-2. Swung on, fouled away. 7-2 the final there. Scranton Wilkes-Barre 21-9. Entered play today with a 3-game lead for the best record in the circuit. And remember, you can make the postseason first half or second half. The first half ends after the 3rd week of June. Here's the 1-2 now to Hernandez. And it's swung on, lined out to third softly and caught by Mayo. 1 out. And here's Mejia. And Durham is in Gwinnett up 3-1 in the 6th inning of that game. Memphis up 2-0 in Charlotte. Charlotte will be here in a couple of weeks for the next homestand. AAA for the White Sox. Mejia struck out his first time. He swings and fouls one away. Francisco, switch hitter, batting from the left side. Collins waiting on deck. Sounds down a run here in the 4th inning. And McDermott's next pitch. Swung on, pulled foul up the right side. 0-2 on Mejia. 5-game hitting streak for Francisco. He did not play last night. The 0-2, it's low and in, a curveball. 17 RBIs in 19 games for Mejia. He knocked in 2 runs in each of the first 2 games of the series. Former Padre and Ray waits, and the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, ball in the dirt. He didn't go. Held up on a curveball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. McDermott steps back, stops, kicks, and fires. 2-2. Strike 3 called. He got him at the knees, and Mejia knew it right away. 95 miles an hour right at the bottom of the zone. And that is the 7th strikeout now for Chayse McDermott. And it's the 4th time a guy has gone down looking. Man, this guy came in with 23 walks in 21 and a third. Now, he also had 30 strikeouts. He's got some power stuff. Here's a cut and a miss by Collins. But he is pinpoint with his command right now. You would never guess that he had more walks than innings pitched when this night began. Here's the 0-1. Collins hits a shot out to second, speared on a hop by Holiday. He gets up and throws to first in time. That was a barreled ball. 106 off the bat for Collins, and the talented Holiday made a nice play, backhanding that to his right. Top of the 5th inning, Chad Patrick on the short end of a 1-0 game right now, and the only run he's given up was unearned. He faces Michael Perez, and the Tide's DH swings and misses on a cutter. And that was pitch number 60 on the night for Chad Patrick, who's got 6 punch-outs. He has not allowed anything more than 1 hit, and yet he's down 1-0. The next pitch, taken high for a ball. And the Sounds have not had a base runner yet against Chayse McDermott on the other side. Perez struck out his first time. Shortstop Hernandez toward the middle. Here's the 1-1. And it's just inside, a changeup. We've seen 1 pitch challenged tonight. That was by Chavez Young, and the Sounds lost the challenge. 2-1, swung on, line down the left field line. That's a base hit in the corner. Collins cuts it off, knocks it down, and gets away for a moment. And Perez will take second base. He slides in safely. Isaac was trying to get it in quickly to prevent the runner from getting to second base. And in the process, he knocked it away and allowed the runner to get the 90 feet. So a man at second with nobody out to begin the 5th inning. And here's Errol Robinson. It is going to be a single and E7 as opposed to a double. So Perez in scoring position. Second error in as many innings for the Sounds. The pitch. And Errol Robinson takes outside. Snap throw to second. Tagged late. Mejia trying to back pick on Perez. And the runner just got back. Well, that error last inning by Yanni Hernandez was his first of the year. And that one there by Collins in this inning was his first. Here's the pitch. Robinson takes a strike. The Sounds with 2 errors tonight, 19 on the year. Here's the 1-1. Spin, throw to second. It hits the runner in the helmet. And Perez is on second base safely. But that throw got him in the back of the helmet. A pickoff throw by Patrick right as the runner was diving back head first into the bag. The ball was coming in, and it hit Perez. He's being checked on now by his manager, Buck Britton, one of their athletic trainers coming out as well. Just bad timing there as Patrick fired to second, trying to pick off the runner. And the runner was sliding in at just the same time the ball arrived. Perez getting up now. Dusting himself off a little bit. And he's smiling now. He appears to be okay. And it looks like he is going to be able to stay in the game. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Errol Robinson. Sounds are down 1-0 here in the 5th. And Perez will indeed stay in. So that'll count as a disengagement there by Patrick. Perez was really getting a big lead. Sounds have tried twice now to get him out there. Robinson popped up earlier. He's got speed in his own right. Perez dancing around out at second. Now the 1-1, and Robinson fouls it away. The outfield straight away, no breeze. 5th inning, a 1-run ball game with nobody out. Runner at second. And the 1-2 pitch, up and in. He buzzed the tower on Robinson. 2-2 now. Robinson, not a power guy. He wants to beat you with his wheels. The 2-2. Outside, a slider, and now it's full. Patrick does not throw that slider very often. There's a lot of cutters, and sometimes those pitches can be one and the same. Sometimes they're very different. Here's the 3-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Well, now they'll appeal. Nope, he did not go, and it's ball 4. Robinson draws the walk. That was a cutter. And so now 2 on with nobody out. And here's Shane Fontana. So 2 on with nobody out. Patrick Dorian over at third looked in. Rick Sweet gave him a signal, and Dorian relayed to the infield how they want to approach this year. The pitch by Patrick, and it's up and away. Throw out to second again on Perez. That time they got him. Francisco Mejia threw a seed to second base to pick off Michael Perez. 2-6 on the pickoff. Fontana squared to bunt, pulled back, took a ball, and on the big secondary lead, Perez got caught trying to get back to second. Beautiful throw by Mejia, and a huge first out. Now you've got Robinson at first with 1 away. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fontana takes a ball, delayed steal, throw to second, and the ball went out of Hernandez's glove. They had Robinson, but Yanni could not hold on to the ball. A delayed stolen base by Errol Robinson. He's got 9 steals on the year. Boy, the Sounds had him dead to rights on a 1-hop throw by Mejia. But Hernandez, as he put the tag down, lost the ball, making contact with the chest of the sliding base runner. 2-0 on Shane Fontana. The pitch, swinging a foul straight back on a cutter. So single, walk, then pickoff, then a steal. Runner at second, 1 down. It's 1-0 Tides in the top of the 5th. Fontana flied to left his first time. He's their number 9 hitter, batting 143. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. High fastball, and it's even at 2-2. Twelfth game of the year for Shane Fontana. Left-handed batter, open stance. Patrick ready, and the 2-2. Swung on, lined out to right, down for a base hit. Hicklin comes up ready to fire. Rounding third, Robinson. Throw to the plate from right. It's in time. The tag. Got him at home plate. Brewer Hicklin guns down Errol Robinson. Shane Fontana went to second on the throw. He gets a base hit on that 2-2 fastball. And Brewer Hicklin with a dart to home plate to cut down Errol Robinson. 2 different times in the inning, the Sounds have thrown somebody out at a base. Hicklin actually took that ball on a second hop instead of the first one, but he had a lot of momentum behind that throw. And Robinson out 9-2 at home plate. Here's Jackson Holliday. The pitch, and it's way outside, ball one. Single for Fontana. He went to second on the throw home. Holiday has struck out twice tonight. The 1-0 by Patrick. Swung on, lifted out to deep left field. Back is Collins on the run, on the track. That's a base hit off the wall. It'll knock in Fontana. Holiday has a double, and it's 2-0 Tides. Jackson Holiday got a 1-0 changeup, and he laced it the other way for an RBI double. So they get the run in. It turns out to be Fontana after Perez and Robinson were both thrown out on different bases. The pitch was down, and Holiday hit it hard out to left. That was 103 off the bat on Holiday's 12th RBI with the Tides this year. Here's Connor Norby. Chad Patrick deals. Strike one on a cutter. So all that battling at the bottom of the order, and then Holiday at the top gets the RBI. Norby has struck out and grounded out. He swings and misses on a high fastball. It's 0-2. This Tides offense does not give you very many easy innings, and Patrick at times tonight has been dominant. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Norby to end the inning. But the Tides get another run. One run on 3 hits with one error and one man left on base. And we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Tides 2 and the Sounds nothing. Sounds trailed 2-0 as Brewer Hicklin leads off the bottom of the 5th. Sounds yet to get a man on base against Chayse McDermott. 12 up, 12 down on 7 strikeouts. Hicklin takes ball one low. Brewer struck out looking his first time. Next pitch, and that drops in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Boy, Chad Patrick deserves better right now than what he's gotten. That was an earned run in the 5th inning, even though there was an error in the frame. So 2 runs, 1 earned against Chad. Hicklin takes outside for a ball. With 7 strikeouts so far for Patrick. 5 on 4-seam fastballs, 2 on cutters. Next one by McDermott. Swung on, cracked out to right, back toward the corner, Stowers, and he's got to play in front of the warning track to make the catch. 1 out. And here is Owen Miller. And 7 strikeouts so far for McDermott, and 5 of his 7 have been on 4-seam fastballs. Miller struck out earlier. Owen swings and misses. Reminds me of talking with Tobias Myers on the pregame show earlier this year, a guy with a terrific 4-seam fastball that guys just swing and miss at in the zone all the time. Myers still up with Milwaukee. Miller takes low. But Tobias said other organizations he'd been with tried to get him away from that pitch, and there are some big league organizations that really don't want guys throwing the 4-seam fastball. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, lifted out to right. Stowers coming in, and the left-handed right fielder will make the catch for the second out. But, man, tonight is Exhibit A of why you would allow certain pitchers to throw that 4-seam fastball, because for Chad Patrick and Chayse McDermott, it is giving guys fits. There are 14 strikeouts in this game combined, and 12 of them. Here's the pitch now by McDermott to Noah Campbell, and it's swung on and fouled back. 10 of them, rather. 10 of the 14 have been on 4-seamers. Campbell grounded out back in the 2nd inning. Sounds do not have a base runner yet. McDermott comes back 0-1, and that is just off the outside for a ball. Here's the next offering, and Campbell takes a strike around the knees. Mayo off the line at third. 2 outs, nobody on. The 1-2, and that's outside, a curveball. Chayse McDermott, the reigning Orioles minor league pitcher of the year, and pitching like it. Not pitching like a guy who's had problems this year with walks. 2-2 coming, and Campbell swings and misses. Strike 3. There was a four-seam fastball. 6 of the 8 strikeouts for McDermott have come on that pitch, and he works another 1-2-3 inning. 15 up and 15 down for the Norfolk starter. Sounds baseball tonight brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Sounds fans understand together is better, and togetherness matters for head-to-toe health, too. As Chad Patrick works on Kobe Mayo, first pitch is fouled away. With Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, you can get medical, dental, vision, and wellness on one card from a company that's been right here for nearly 80 years. Find out more at bcbst.com. Mayo has struck out and reached on an error. He takes a big hack and comes up empty on a fastball. 0-2 the count. It's 2-0 Norfolk as we open up the 6th inning. Chad Patrick just passing the 80-pitch mark. Here's the next one, and Mayo skies one out toward second base. Capra backs up out into shallow right center. Now gives way as Hicklin, the right fielder, makes the catch. 1 out. Sounds do not have a base runner yet in this game against Chayse McDermott. And Chad Patrick pitching very well, but on the tough end of it right now. He'll get Kyle Stowers. Stowers has struck out and doubled. Here's the pitch, and it's high, ball 1. Righty on lefty. Stowers takes a strike on the outside corner. Timeout taken by the cleanup man, Kyle Stowers. 26 years old. Drafted in 19 by the Orioles out of Stanford. The pitch, and it's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Chad Patrick won last Friday in Louisville. He went 5 1/3. He had a 6-inning quality start against Omaha and a no decision the time before that. This cutter is low, and it's 3-1. He's putting together another good outing here for the Sounds. (3-1) now to Kyle Stowers. Swing and a foul back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Some movement down in that Sounds bullpen. Which has had to do a lot of work in this series. Here's the payoff pitch. Stowers strikes out swinging. Patrick got him up high with a fastball. That's his 8th strikeout. 1 away from matching a career high. Last August at Double-A for the A's, Patrick had a 9 strikeout game for the 2nd time in his career. He is sitting on 8 right now as he faces Daniel Johnson. Righty against lefty. Patrick rocks and fires, and that one is up and outside, a changeup. Johnson had the sac fly back in the 4th inning. That was the unearned run. And then they got an earned run the next inning. Here's the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Take in, and it's a little bit high, a cutter. It's being challenged by Mejia. The Sounds are challenging it. They think it was a strike. It was ruled a ball. It's currently a 2-0 count. And on the video board, we see that it was a strike. Nicely done by Francisco Mejia. Sounds win the challenge. The call is overturned. It just barely nicked the strike zone. And instead of 2-0, it's 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. 6th inning. And the pitch. Swung on, chopped to second. Friendly hop Capra. He's got it, and he throws to first in time. And Chad Patrick works a 1-2-3. The Sounds bullpen was just about to start going And Patrick finishes the frame. He's right around the 90-pitch mark. Chayse Young leads off the bottom of the 6th inning. Chayse McDermott at just 67 pitches for Norfolk. He has not allowed a base runner through 5. He's got 8 strikeouts. Young struck out looking back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, and Chayse swings and fouls it away. Fireworks coming up after the game tonight, presented by Fox 17 News. We'd love to see you tomorrow night for Game 5 at 6:35. There will be a giveaway. First 1,000 fans get a Johnny and George t-shirt giveaway. A curveball strike, and it's 0-2. It's a Hit City Saturday tomorrow. There'll be some pregame music starting when gates open at 5:15. Young hits it foul into the Sounds dugout. And then a day game on Sunday at 2:05 with a mini safe giveaway presented by First Horizon for the first 1,000 fans. Booster's birthday will be celebrated as well, and an early Mother's Day celebration. Here's the 0-2. Up high for a ball. Pre-game autographs. There'll be a Youth Sports Day pregame parade presented by Delta Dental of Tennessee. And kids can round the bases after the game on Sunday presented by First Horizon. The 1-2. Young takes. Did he flinch at it? Yeah, well, yeah, he did. He foul-tipped it for a strike into Handley's glove. Chayse barely moved his hands, but it sounded like he did make contact with that ball, and that's what Austin Jones has ruled. He did not fully commit on the swing, but he made contact with the ball and nipped it into the glove of the catcher. And that'll go down as strikeout number 9 for Chayse McDermott. Here's Vinny Capra. Capra pops it up right side, foul, and it's going out of play. McDermott had a 9-strikeout game last year for the Tides. He had a 10-strikeout game at Double-A last year. He's 0-1 to Capra, and Vinny takes low and outside for a ball. Bottom 6 with 1 away. The Sounds have not had a hit or a base runner. Capra flied to center his first time. Here's the 1-1, and Vinny takes a strike on a cutter. McDermott has thrown everything for a high strike rate except his curveball. The pitch swung on and fouled away. And he's not thrown the curve very often. Every cutter he has thrown, all 7 of them, he's thrown for strikes. The slider, the change, the four-seam fastball all have high strike percentages. His 1-2 back to Capra. And Vinny swings and misses strike 3. And that is strikeout number 10 for Chayse McDermott. Sounds trail 2-0 in the 6th inning. And here's Patrick Dorian. Dorian lined out to left his first time. McDermott delivers. And Dorian takes high for a ball. It is the 6th inning. We normally do our trivia right around this time. We will get to it. It is brought to you by Eurostone. For custom cabinets and countertops, no one does it better than Eurostone. Dorian swings and misses over the top of a cutter. Home of the 3 to 5 day guarantee, or it's free. Locally owned and operated right here in Middle Tennessee. Proud sponsor of the Sounds. Visit their showroom in Murfreesboro and get a free quote now at EurostoneTN.com. Dorian takes up and away for a ball. We'll give you a trivia question. You want to try to win 2 tickets to a Sounds game and have the chance to win a $100 Sounds gift card from Eurostone. You need to email your answer to 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Email it to radiobooth@NashvilleSounds.com. Include your name and what city you're listening from in the email, and the first correct responder will be the winner. 2-2 on Dorian. The next pitch. And Patrick swings and misses strike 3. 95 from McDermott. 11 strikeouts and 6 perfect innings for Chayse McDermott. Wow. We go to the 7th inning. It's still the Tides 2 and the Sounds nothing. Here's the 1-1, and that's low and outside for a ball. Name a team the Orioles have beaten to win one of those World Series. They won the Fall Classic in 66, 70, and 83. Name a team they've beaten. Here's a swing, a foul back out of play by Hanley. Name a team the Orioles have beaten in one of their 3 World Series championships. And send in your response to radio booth at NashvilleSounds.com. Radio booth at NashvilleSounds.com. And again, include your name and what city you're listening from in the email so we can identify you on the air for the winner. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Chad Patrick to tie a career high. And Rick Sweet is coming out to get him. Patrick with the 7th up, starting this frame, and he's going to leave just shy of 100 pitches. He pitched great. He is on the short end of a 2-0 ball game, though, and Kevin Herget is coming in. 1 out, 7th inning. A call to the bullpen brought to you by the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs, a proud partner of Sounds Baseball. Join the fun as live horse racing returns in August. For more, visit themintgaming.com. 2-0 Tides in the 7th. Back after this on the Sounds Radio Network. Kevin Herget faces Michael Perez, who pops up the first pitch out to shortstop, and Yanni Hernandez makes the catch. 2 down. Patrick Dorian was nearby. For a moment, it looked like Dorian was going to go for that, but he did give way, and Hernandez made the catch. Kevin Herget, 1 pitch, getting an out, and there are 2 down in the frame. Here's Errol Robinson. Chad Patrick gave up 2 runs, 1 earned in 6 1/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Herget deals, and Robinson takes low. 96 pitches, 60 strikes for Patrick. What a game, and yet he's on the short end of a 2-0 score. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. And that's because Chayse McDermott has been perfect for Norfolk through 6 innings with 11 strikeouts. Kevin Herget on 2 days rest through 51 pitches in the opener of the series on Tuesday. Gave up 5 runs in an inning and a third. The 1-1 swung on and missed. And that's the lone rough outing that Herget's had this year. It ballooned his ERA to 3.75. He's 2-0, and he's on for the 9th time. Veteran right-hander working from the first base side of the rubber. The 1-2. Strike 3 called. He got him. Top of the zone, and Robinson is not going to challenge it. He's still standing in the batter's box in disbelief, but he did not challenge it. And between Patrick and Herget, it's a 1-2-3 inning. Time to stretch at First Horizon Park. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Tides 2, Sounds nothing. Yanni Hernandez set to lead off for the Sounds in the bottom of the 7th inning. They are looking for a base runner. They have not had one yet. Chayse McDermott at 82 pitches back to work for the Tides. First pitch to Yanni Hernandez is taken high and tight for ball 1. Did he go on a check swing? No. It really was not that close, but they did appeal. Hernandez moved his hands as he was bailing out. That's where they wondered if there was a swing. Sounds trail 2-0. The pitch outside from McDermott, who's got 11 strikeouts. He struck out the first 5 batters he saw, and there have been 0 Sounds base runners. Here's the 2-0. And Hernandez takes low and outside, ball 3. The Sounds have Rob Zastryzny warming in their bullpen. It is all quiet for now in that Tides pen. McDermott working on a perfect game, the 3-0, and that is in for a strike. A fastball. The International League has been around since 1912. It's over 100 years old, so there have been a lot of no-hitters. The 3-1, and that is upstairs, ball 4, and there's the first base runner of the night for the Sounds. So there goes the perfect game, and the Tides have all 3 of their challenges left, and they didn't bother with one there. That tells you their confidence that that was out of the zone, and finally the Sounds have a man on base. So there goes the perfect game. There have been 17 perfect games in IL history, and that total will stay the same. Here's Francisco Mejia. And this one is upstairs for a ball. And now that the perfecto is over and the pitch count is near 90, the Tides have Nolan Hoffman warming in their bullpen. Tying run at the plate. And the pitch. Mejia takes up and outside for a ball. Francisco has struck out twice tonight, each time on a four-seam fastball, one swinging, one looking. Mayo in at third, and the 2-0 pitch coming to Francisco Mejia. Here it is, and it's swung on, popped up, shallow right. Holiday goes out from second base and makes the catch for the first out. And it brings up Isaac Collins. Now, a lot of the no-hitters over the course of the International League history, especially the more recent ones, are 7-inning games and or combined no-hitters. But the last one was in September of last year. Here's the pitch. Collins hits a high pop-up, shallow left center. Robinson out, still going out, and he makes the catch. Hernandez goes back to first. The ball was dropped by Robinson, but on the transfer, the out is confirmed. Hernandez back to first, and now there are two down. And Brewer Hicklin comes up.
Right fielder, number 10, Brewer Hicklin.
The last time there was a no-hitter of 9 innings or more by just one pitcher was back in 2011. Justin Germano for Columbus did it against Syracuse. Here's the pitch, taken high by Brewer Hicklin. Hicklin, the Sounds cleanup hitter, presented by TDOT. Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but you can do something about it. Learn how you can join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at NobodyTrashesTennessee.com. McDermott on the 1-0 pitch back to Hicklin. Here it is. And Brewer takes it just outside a cutter. Now it's looking pretty unlikely that McDermott will be able to finish this game as great as he is pitching. In today's game especially, that pitch count near 100 or around it in a AAA game, 9 times out of 10, you're done pretty quickly. Check swing, did he go? No. Pitch upstairs, and it's 3-0. You don't see very many 100-pitch outings, even at the big league level. Right now, no hits for the Sounds. 2 outs in the 7th inning. 3-0 pitch, and Hicklin takes a strike. Righty against righty. And the offering. And Brewer takes it just a little bit low, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. And even though the Sounds don't have a hit, they now are bringing the go-ahead run to the plate in Owen Miller, and that is going to be all for Chayse McDermott. He has not allowed a base hit, and yet he is going to come out of the game. His pitch count is in the mid-90s. He is getting high fives and fist bumps from his teammates. He slaps hands with his battery mate Maverick Handley, and he will depart. A tremendous outing by Chayse McDermott. He will leave not having allowed a hit tonight. But with 2 walks in the 7th, he's gone, and Hoffman is coming in. Owen Miller will face him when we come back. Sounds trail 2-0 in the 7th. Owen Miller is the batter. The Sounds have broken up the perfect game. Chayse McDermott is gone, but the no-hitter is still intact for the Tides, and Nolan Hoffman is in to try to keep that going. Sounds have Yanni Hernandez at second, Brewer Hicklin at first. They trail 2-0 in the 7th. Here's the pitch, and Miller takes strike 1. Hoffman working for the 9th time this year, an ERA of 5. 26-year-old righty from Lincoln, Nebraska. Played his college ball at Texas A&M. He's ready. His back turned to the hitter slightly. Now the 0-1. And that is in for a strike on Miller. First time we are seeing Hoffman in this series. Sounds have Rob Zastryzny warming in their bullpen. A look at second. Hernandez dancing off the bag out there. The 0-2, and it's swung on, popped up, shallow right. Holiday out, Stowers in. Holiday makes the catch. Is back to the infield. He grabs it over his shoulder, and the inning is over. So the Sounds get base runners for the first time tonight, but they do not get a hit. It's a combined no-hitter at this point for the Tides. We are through 7 on our way to the 8th. Norfolk 2, Sounds nothing. As we begin the 8th inning on this Friday night. Dominant pitching throughout this game. Zastryzny against Fontana, and the pitch is low for a ball. Tides got 1 run in the 4th, unearned, 1 run in the 5th, and that's all we've seen. And the Sounds do not have a hit. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got it by Fontana, who is 1 out of 2 in the game. Fontana had a base hit in the 5th inning, and Errol Robinson got thrown out at the plate trying to score on it. There's a drive foul off the Sounds dugout fence. Getting the attention of pitching coach Jeremy Accardo is on the steps over there. Everybody's okay. We've got a winner in our trivia contest. We will get to that here in a second. Zastryzny threw 9 pitches on Wednesday. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, popped up. Left field, shallow. Hernandez out, Collins in. Collins is there and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. We asked you an Orioles question with Norfolk here in town. The Orioles having won 3 World Series in their franchise history. We asked you to name one of the 3 teams they've beaten to win those fall classics. And a lot of you got this one right, and our winner tonight is Barry, listening in Green Hills. Barry in Green Hills, you're the winner. Barry, hang on, and we'll reply to your email. Zastryzny deals, and Holiday takes a big rip and fouls it away. Barry wins 2 tickets to a Sounds game and is automatically entered for a chance to win a $100 Sounds gift card from Eurostone at the end of the month. And Barry was right on the money with the Cincinnati Reds. Holiday checks on a breaking ball. He went around. A slider there from Zastryzny. Holiday did not love that call. It's 0-2. Yeah, 1970, at the dawn of the Big Red Machine, the Reds were beaten by the Orioles 4-1 in that World Series. The O's also beat the Dodgers in '66. They swept them, going up against Drysdale and Koufax, and then beat the Phillies in '83. The 0-2. Low and in the dirt, in fact. 1-2 on Holiday. So Dodgers, Reds, and Phillies, your possible right answers, and Barry in Green Hills, our trivia winner tonight. We'll do more tomorrow, 6:35 first pitch. Carlos Rodriguez will go for the Sounds against former Tennessee Vol Garrett Stallings. 1-2 down low to Holiday. And we'll be back on flagship 94.9 The Fan tomorrow night. And then Sunday at 2:05, it is Robert Gasser against Bruce Zimmerman in the series finale. Zastryzny ready. Third base side of the rubber. The 2-2, and Holiday loops it foul out of play. A cutter by Zastryzny. Thanks to all of you for submitting your answers on the trivia. A lot of O's fans out there, or at least knowledgeable about the O's. We've gotten good responses this week. Zastryzny's 2-2. Holiday taps it foul. Jackson Holiday hit an opposite field RBI double back in the 5th inning. Right after 2 other Tides had been thrown out on the bases, Holiday came up with one of the big swings of the game. 2-0 Tides, top of the 8th inning. Zastryzny ready. And the pitch by Robb, swung on, rolled to first. Fair ball, Miller's got it. Zastryzny runs over and beats Holiday to the bag to get the out. Play goes 3-1, and that's the second out of the frame. And here's Connor Norby.
Now batting, number 1, Connor Norby.
Norby 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts tonight. Sounds will have Campbell, Young, and Capra due up in the bottom of the inning trying to break up the no-hitter, and Nolan Hoffman will be back out there. It's all quiet in the Tides bullpen. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away. There's never been a no-hitter in this ballpark. The Sounds have not had a no-hitter thrown against them since 2003. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and fouled away. The Tides are 6 outs away. It would be combined if you are just tuning in. Their starter Chayse McDermott went 6 2/3. 2 walks in the 7th inning were his only blemishes, and he struck out 11. Here's the 0-2 by Zastryzny, and that's in the dirt for a ball. First time this year an opponent has struck out 10+ against the Sounds. 1-2 up and away. Garrett Davila did it last May in Charlotte. Chad Patrick giving the Sounds a quality start, but in line for a loss the way it stands right now. Here's the pitch. Swung on, yanked to third, on a hop, backhanded by Dorian. He straightens up, long throw. Miller falling down, was pulled off the bag. Owen dug the ball out of the dirt, but did not keep a foot on the bag. Great effort on both ends. Dorian coming up with that ball inside the line at third, and then his long throw was just to the outfield side. Miller getting the explanation further from Dane Ponsack and nodding his head at whatever he's being told. Owen tried all he could to not only dig that ball out, which he did, but also keep a foot on the bag, and that part he could not do. Infield single for Connor Norby. Here's Kobe Mayo. Mayo is 0 for 3 tonight. Zastryzny ready, and the pitch. It's in for a strike on a cutter. Lefty on righty. And the 0-1 now from Rob Zastryzny. Mayo skies it foul out of play right side. Mayo not an easy guy to hold in check. The Sounds have done it tonight. He has struck out, flied out. He reached on an error in the 4th inning. He's homered in 4 consecutive games, including each of the first 3 in this series. Zastryzny's got him down 0-2. The pitch by Rob. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with an elevated fastball. And Rob Zastryzny puts up a 0. 1 hit, 1 left for Norfolk. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Tides 2 and the Sounds nothing. Noah Campbell leads off the bottom of the 8th inning. The Sounds do not have a hit in this game. Norfolk's starter Chayse McDermott was perfect through 6. The Sounds drew 2 walks in the 7th. McDermott left. Nolan Hoffman came in and got out of the jam. Campbell takes high, ball 1. Sounds trail 2-0 here in the 8th inning. Campbell, Young, and Capra. Hoffman got Miller to pop out to end the 7th. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and Noah swings and fouls it away. That one got both the catcher and the plate umpire. Everybody seems all right. Sounds have Inoli Paredes warming in their bullpen, preparing for the 9th inning. They're down 2-0, still in search of their first hit. Hoffman delivers, and Campbell takes upstairs on a slider. Again, the Sounds have not been no-hit since 2003. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Campbell fouls it away. The last International League no-hitter that was a 9-inning game came in August of 2022. Michael Walker was one of 3 pitchers for Worcester who no-hit the Durham Bulls. Here's the 2-2. Campbell takes up and in. And again, the International League's been around for over 100 years, so there have been over 150 no-hitters in league history. A lot of 7-inning games, a lot of combined no-nos. Here's the 3-2. Campbell swings and misses. Strike 3 on a curveball. 1 out. Fans stay up to date with the Sounds by subscribing to the Sounds Rounding Third podcast. Available on Apple and Spotify. Enjoy longer form episodes with some of your favorite sounds, and it's an easy way to get all the pregame show interviews uploaded right to your device. Look for the Sounds Rounding Third podcast on Apple and on Spotify. Subscribe and listen today. Here's Chavez Young. Batting from the left as a switch hitter, Hoffman deals strike one on a slider. Young has struck out twice, both times against McDermott on four-seamers. The 0-1 swung on, fouled away. It's a Sounds offense with a short-handed bench and a thin roster overall, especially on the position player front. Here's the 0-2 now, and Young takes strike three called. He got him on a sinker, and there are two down. And that is the 13th strikeout by a Tides pitcher tonight. And here's Vinny Capra. When the Sounds last got no hit, it was by Colorado Springs. It was at Greer Stadium in August of that year. A combined no-no. Here's the ball getting loose from the bullpen. Timeout called. And the Sounds in their 46th season of baseball, they've been no-hit 5 times. And some pretty big names have been involved, actually, including Randy Johnson when he was coming up with the Expos for Indianapolis back in 1988. There's a strike called on Capra. Vinny has flied to center and struck out. Sounds trailed 2-0, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Hoffman ready, here he comes. And Capra takes a curveball down and away. Righty on righty. Nolan Hoffman, deep breath, the pitch. Capra takes a curveball strike. Sounds have lost 3 straight and 7 of their last 9. The Tides have won 6 in a row. 2-run game, bottom 8. And the 1-2 pitch. Capra lays off a curveball. It's 2-2. The all-time series between these two teams dead even at 31 and 31. Reuniting their matchups a couple of years ago. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a swing, a ground ball out to short. Robinson backhands. He throws to first. He got him. And the inning is over. And the Sounds will have one more chance to avoid the no-hitter. Right now it is complete through 8 innings for the combination of Chayse McDermott and Nolan Hoffman. And Noli Paredes is in. He's going to work here in the top of the 9th inning. He'll get Stowers, Johnson, and Handley. 4, 5, and 6 for the Tides, who lead 2-0. The Sounds are getting no hit. But right now Paredes out there to keep it 2-0. Inoli's first pitch is a slider, swung on and missed. Rob Zastryzny gave up an infield single, and that was it in his 1 inning. 19 pitches, 14 strikes for Zastryzny. Kevin Herget only needed 5 pitches to work his 2/3 to finish that 7th behind Chad Patrick. The 0-1 off the outside for a ball. Stowers a double and 2 strikeouts. Left-handed batter. Paredes to the windup and the pitch. And Stowers drives one down the right field line, foul, going out of play. The Tides have activity in their bullpen. I believe that is Caleb Ort getting ready for the bottom of the 9th to try to work a combined no-hitter for Norfolk. Here's the 1-2. And it's down low for a ball. Next offering coming now. And Stowers swings and misses, strike 3. 1 away in the top of the 9th. And here's Daniel Johnson. Johnson a sac fly back in the fourth inning. That was the unearned run they got off Patrick. Here's the pitch, and it's low on Daniel Johnson. And Noli Paredes likes to work from the windup. Hard-throwing righty, 11 outings at a 1.38 ERA. Next pitch, drilled in the air to center. Back is Chavez Young. He's got to play. In front of the warning track, makes the catch. 2 down. Maverick Handley now comes up. Handley 0 for 2 with a walk. Paredes to the windup. And the right-hander fires. And he curled one in for a strike on a slider. Although it is being challenged by Maverick Handley. The Tides have all 3 of their challenges left. And let's see. Up on the guitar, it was a strike. And so the Tides lose the challenge. Both teams have 2 remaining. The 28-year-old Noli Paredes. 35 pitches on Tuesday in the series opener. Here's the 0-1. And that is a strike on the outside corner. Paredes worked 2 scoreless in that game on Tuesday. He's having a great season so far. The 0-2 by the former Astros, swung on and fouled back. Paredes, one of many Sounds relievers, having a terrific start to the season, and he's had 37 big league games. Nothing last year, but parts of the previous 3 years for Houston. He winds and deals 0-2, and Handley swings and misses strike 3. And Noli Paredes works a 3-up, 3-down, top of the 9th inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Sounds are down a couple and looking for their first hit of this ball game. After 8.5, Norfolk 2, Sounds nothing. And Yanni Hernandez is now coming up. Hernandez 0 for 2 with a walk. Sounds have 2 base runners in this game. Hernandez and Hicklin walked against McDermott back in the 7th inning. That is it. No hits in the game. Here's the pitch. Hernandez takes a slider strike from Caleb Ort. Now, Ort's allowed 9 runs in 7 1/3 innings. He's a 32-year-old righty, 6'4", 250. He worked on Tuesday. Here's the 0-1. Hernandez lines one to short. It's caught by Errol Robinson. And now the Sounds are down to their final out. That was hard hit, but right at the shortstop. And it's Francisco Mejia trying to break up the no-no. Ort on Tuesday worked a scoreless inning. The Sounds do not have a hit in this game. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. They trail 2-0. Caleb Ort to Francisco Mejia. The pitch. Mejia swings and misses. Went after a changeup down. 0-1 on Mejia. He has struck out twice tonight and popped out once. The outfield straightaway. Mayo in a hair at third. Fontana on the line at first. The 0-1. And Mejia pops it up. Foul ground, back out of play. And the Sounds are down to their final strike. Mejia gets set in the box. Left foot, now right. Slightly open stance. He's got a 5-game hitting streak on the line. Trying to break up a combined Norfolk no-hitter. Caleb Ort on the 0-2. The pitch. And it's outside. 98 on the radar gun. Just a gentle breeze blowing right now. Temperature in the low to mid 70s. Mayo off the line at third. 2 outs, bottom 9. Sounds trying to break up the no-no. The 1-2 in the dirt. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Mejia. Isaac Collins waiting on deck. Tides got single runs in the 4th and 5th innings. The Sounds do not have a hit. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Norfolk on top, 2-0. Ort to Mejia, the pitch, and Mejia fouls it away. Protective cut on a fastball there at 97. And it's 2-2 on Francisco Mejia. Righty against lefty. Ort, first base side of the rubber. The big man sets near the belt. And the 2-2 pitch. Mejia hits a big chopper out to second. Holiday gets the hop chest high, throws to first, and the Norfolk Tides have thrown a combined no-hitter. The Sounds have been no-hit for the first time since 2003. The Sounds fall 2-0 tonight here at First Horizon Park, and they did not get a base hit. They've been no-hit by their opposition for the first time since 2003. Some of the Tides still in their dugout on the first base side celebrating. It looked like they at least partially doused their pitching coach, Justin Ramsey, a combined no-hitters. So instead of getting McDermott, Hoffman, and Ort individually, they went for the pitching coach. And the Tides with a win here tonight, a combined no-hitter. The first no-hitter in this ballpark's history, the first for the Tides since 2010, and the first no-hitter against the Sounds since 2003. For the Tides, 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, they left 4. The Sounds, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. McDermott gets the win, 1-1. Patrick takes the tough luck loss, he's 1-1. And Caleb Ort gets the save, his second. A 2-hour, 11-minute ball game in front of 7,133. The Sounds dropped their 4th in a row. They're 13-18, and the Tides improved to 16-15 as they win their 7th in a row. And within moments of the Sounds getting no hit, as many of you probably were keeping an eye and simultaneously watching or listening, the Nashville Predators have been eliminated by the Vancouver Canucks not far from here over at Bridgestone Arena. So not the best night for sports here in the Music City. 2-0, the Tides beat the Sounds. We've got the postgame show coming up next on the Sounds Radio Network.